Welcome back, focused learners. So today we're jumping straight into a brand new explainer, taking a deep dive into a very specific tool that's been making some serious waves in the digital creator space. We're talking about the Kids Product Creator Vault. Look, if you have ever tried to build a digital product and hit a massive brick wall before you even typed a single word and maybe ended up just mindlessly scrolling social media instead, well, this is absolutely for you. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the blank page problem, take a look inside the Creator Vault, break down the 10 product themes, look at the bonuses and PLR rights, and then wrap it all up with our final verdict. All right, section 1, the blank page problem, or as we like to call it, escaping the guessing loop. You know, for KDP publishers and Etsy sellers, the absolute biggest hurdle usually isn't the actual creation part. It all boils down to this one deceptively simple question: what should I actually make? I mean, we've all been there, right? You sit down, you're super motivated, you open up a blank document, and then just crickets. Nothing. You spend 20, maybe 30 minutes just staring at the screen, totally paralyzed by choice. You're wondering what theme, what angle, what's actually going to sell. And honestly, by the time you finally figure it out, your creative momentum is completely dead. And that brings us right into what we call the dreaded guessing loop. It goes exactly like this. Step 1, you open that blank doc. Step 2, you try to brainstorm a unique angle. Step 3, you guess with AI prompts. Maybe you open ChatGPT, throw in something vague, and get those weak, generic outputs back. So you rewrite the prompt, get frustrated, and step 4, you just lose momentum completely and tell yourself you'll do it later. It is a massive, massive waste of time and energy that stops so many talented creators from ever even crossing the starting line.
Moving on to section 2, inside the Creator Vault, the solution explained.
So, enter the Kids Product Creator Vault Digital Bundle. What is it? Well, it's essentially this massive, highly structured idea bank built exclusively for the kids niche, and its entire purpose is to help you completely bypass that guessing loop we just talked about. Now, the crucial point here is the sheer scale. We are talking about 1,000 fully organized product and content ideas. 1,000. You are just getting a little handful of generic prompts here. You're getting a literal reservoir of concepts that are ready to deploy the very second you sit down at your desk. And, you know, to really understand why this vault is structured the way it is, you kind of have to look at the creator behind it, Albert Friese. So he operates the Albert PLR brand and brings over 7 years of deep, specialized experience in this exact digital product niche. Reviewers consistently note his reputation for transparency. His sales pages? Totally jargon light. He publicly lists his support email right there for you. His whole philosophy is really just about delivering straightforward tools that solve actual real-world workflow problems. No flashy, over-the-top marketing nonsense that we see way too often in this space.
Okay, section 3, the 10 product themes beyond the blank page.
So rather than just throwing 1,000 ideas at you, the Vault organizes everything into 10 distinct categories. We're talking everything from storybooks and coloring pages, right through to kids' merch, activity books, and educational flashcards. And this broad spectrum is actually super important because whether you're publishing on Amazon KDP, running a printables shop on Etsy, or maybe selling educational resources on TPT, there's a specific category in here precisely tailored to whatever platform you're targeting. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between a generic idea dump and a truly structured one. It's all in the details. For storybooks, you aren't just getting right about a dinosaur. No, you're getting a shy dinosaur starts jungle school and learns to make friends. Or for coloring pages, instead of draw a dragon, it's a baby dragon baking cupcakes in a castle kitchen. Do you see the difference? These are highly structured, actionable concepts. They come with built-in hooks and super clear use cases. You read a prompt like that and your brain literally immediately starts visualizing the final product. Actually, if you look at current community sentiment, creators are just totally exhausted by those generic idea dumps that do nothing but gather dust in some random folder on your desktop. On the flip side, niche-specific, structured PLR, especially the kind that includes age targeting, SEO keywords, hooks, all that good stuff, that actually gets used. Why? Because it completely does the heavy lifting of the planning phase for you. All right, let's move to section 4, bonuses and PLR rights, maximizing the vault. Now, having the idea is obviously step 1, but actually monetizing it, that hinges entirely on PLR, or private label rights. If you're new to this term, basically PLR gives you the explicit legal right to take an idea from this vault, rework it, put your own name on it, and sell it as your very own product. And the best part? Absolutely no attribution is required. Plus, there are zero platform restrictions here. You want to sell on Amazon KDP? Go for it. Gumroad, Etsy, your own personal website. It is all entirely fair game. To sweeten the deal, the package also includes 4 launch bonuses that are specifically intended to speed up your execution. You get 101 editable Canva ebooks, a massive bundle of over 1,500 kids' coloring pages, 200 educational worksheets, and 40 digital product mockup ad templates. The idea is that once you pick your concept, these assets are right there to help you build and market it even faster. Now, let's talk about the checkout process. Because, let's face it, the digital product space is kind of notorious for incredibly aggressive upselling. But here, it's pretty transparent. The front-end product is the complete standalone vault. Then there are a few optional one-time offers, or OTOs, which are actually fairly priced expansions that max out at just $37. So it's a very refreshing, relatively low-pressure funnel. Which brings us to Section 5, the final verdict, weighing the value. So let's talk numbers. The limited time launch price for the front-end vault is just $9.95 before it eventually bumps up to its regular price of $14. And honestly, when you frame that $9.95 cost against the countless hours you typically lose to that dreaded guessing loop we talked about earlier, well, the cost-to-value ratio presents a really compelling case for most creators. But as always on this explainer, we like to provide a neutral reality check. Listen carefully. This vault will not magically build the products for you. No way. You absolutely still have to put in the hard work of designing, writing, and formatting. However, what it will do is cure your blank page syndrome. It gives you a significantly faster, highly effective starting point so you can actually spend your time creating rather than just planning to create. So, weighing all of this, based on the impartial review data, the actual day-to-day utility, and the overall lack of fluff, the Vault earns a very solid final review rating of 4.3 out of 5. Basically, it claims to do one very specific thing, and it executes that one thing exceptionally well. There's actually a quote from the source material that I think perfectly grounds everything we've talked about today. It says, "It is not a magic business builder, but it pays for itself the moment you use your first idea to launch something real." I mean, hit the nail on the head, right? That perfectly summarizes the pragmatic, real-world value of this tool in just a single sentence. Which leaves us with one final thought for you to reflect on regarding your own personal workflow. Next time you sit down at your desk to work, are you going to keep staring at a blank screen, just hoping an idea magically appears out of thin air? Or are you finally ready to bypass that guessing loop and actually build your next kid's product? The choice of how you spend your valuable creative time is entirely up to you. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and as always, keep creating.